week we had last week. Well, I had more so in my personal life with a little one that was sick. But for sure, the market has been hot, hot, hot. Things have been moving, and the cryptocurrencies with Bitcoin hitting 10,000 and then 11,000 have just been driving stocks that are especially crypto related crazy. You saw Overstock that shot up because they now take Bitcoin. You saw Mara, you saw XNet, Roku was another one, but that's more on the streaming TV side. So these stocks have been moving like crazy. It's been an amazing time in the market. And what I was really thinking about today in prepping for the video is, what are you waiting for to get into the market, right? Because people are always like, oh, well, when this happens, I'm going to be happy. Or when I'm old enough or I have enough money, I'm going to have kids, and if you're hating your job, it's really time to look, not wait until tomorrow. Start today. Start finding something that you would like to do to get out of what you're hating and really enjoy life and love life and be able to work from anywhere. That's what really got me into trading, so that I could be with the family. I could be able to take trips. However, taking trips with 2 little ones right now by myself while my husband's flying away is a little tough. So we're chilling at home, just put up all of our Christmas stuff this week, which is really nice and a lot of fun to see it all through our children's eyes. So anyways, my question to you is really, what are you waiting for? We have a new year coming up in just a couple of weeks. So go ahead and start your resolutions today. Don't wait just for January 1st. I mean, for me, it really is about sharing and helping everyone try to get to a better future, a better, happier place in your life where you're not going to be dreading waking up for Monday morning. You're going to be excited about it. And you're not going to be upset because you have to go sit in traffic. You're going to be able to be happy because you can just literally trade from bed if you want to. You could trade from the beach. You could trade from a pool like Timothy Sykes has been doing lately. And one thing, Timothy Sykes is really motivational still for me because I will still read his emails that he shoots out. And he sent out a free webinar for Tika Tiwari about cryptocurrencies and really made me start studying and seeing what's going on, and made me think, well, what am I waiting for? What am I waiting for to get into some cryptocurrencies? So it's just still that whole aspect of opening up the accounts, get everything going, see which ones, because there's over 2,000. So that's probably going to be the next development for me, as well as the seminar that's going to be going on in June down in Orlando. Going to be setting up the registration for that, so definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. It will be June 23rd at the Hilton Bonnet Creek, with multiple women speaking, as well as probably one of my good buddies that has made over $1 million, and we started trading back at the same time. So I'm not going to reveal that until he reveals it himself, but a very, very exciting news to hear from another trader that has broken that $1 million mark and did it about 6 months ago. So very excited for him. And getting into the week, we did see some major pullbacks in some technological stocks because we saw Bitcoin pull back, and as a result we saw that some Bitcoin related or cryptocurrency related stocks pull back as well as the chip makers. We saw AMD pull back, we saw NVDA pull back. You'll see on the NVIDIA chart, every time that we've had a major pullback, that it does tend to rebound because everyone's like, oh, this is a major chip maker, the first in the marketplace. First meaning that it's the largest producer of the chips. And so it's a good value trade. So I'm looking at NVIDIA as far as a value trade from here, because you'll see that as it hit back before, we had it hit down to, well, right now the resistance, I would say, for resistance to break out is 199.26 and support of 192.47. And if you look back at the chart, you'll see it did pull back down to, I believe it was 168 and 180 at that time, and then it did surge again and ran all the way up. So definitely keep your eye out for that. I would look for the resistance to break of 199.26, more for value play. Another one was last January. I mentioned to you guys about OLED, OLED. With OLED patents, they have roughly over 1,500 patents, and their big purchaser is Samsung and also Apple. So it does tend to trade similar to Apple, and it has had a big pullback now. It does look like it's at a level where it could be a good entry for another value trade to get in on this pullback level. It does have a support right now of 171.27 and a resistance of 180. So I would look more for a confirmation of the break of 180 before getting into it. However, if you do, I would say put a stop around the 171 level so that if it does pull back and breaks that, say maybe even breaks 170, that you are protected. And going into the watch list for the week, as always, guys, I'm not a licensed financial professional, so please trade at your own risk, do your own due diligence, and trade with proper risk management. So going into my longs for the week, as you guys know, I really like to put longs on my list. And I had someone ask me, what do I mean by long? What do I mean by short? So let me go ahead and reveal that. So long is basically you're going to buy the stock and you're hoping for it to go up and then make a profit on the way up. When I say short, shorting to me is meaning not a short-term trade, but a trade in which you're selling higher and you're buying back lower and you're going to make a profit on the way down. So I did have someone ask me a question about that on Instagram, and it's definitely a good question because I have that on my watch list and I haven't actually really explained it, so I'm going to explain that as well. So, and also if you haven't already seen my watch list or signed up for it, Alta, man, great trade on Friday. It did break the support level and crashed down another $7. So there was a lot of money to be made with Alta on Friday. Back to the longs for the longs. So we have LCI, which has 28.27 million in the float, and on Friday it was 65.44% short float volume, and a support that I would see to be held of 28.50 and a resistance to be broken of 29.50. If it does break that, it does look like it could go up almost to 37. CAR, both CAR and Hertz were active movers on Friday. CAR has 62.70 million in the float and a short float volume on Friday of 76.94%. Does look like it's right at a support level, almost like a W shape to the chart, and it could continue up and break out. If it does, it looks like I would support of 39.85 and resistance of 40.25 with a continuation up to 42, and then if that 42 is broken, up to 47. Next, we have TITN with 17.18 million in the float and a short float volume on Friday of 14.62. This one does look like it's at a point of resistance to break out, so I would watch for a resistance to be broken of 21.70 and a support of 21.05. If it does break there, I would look for a continuation up to 24 and potentially 30. AMWD, new 52-week high runner, so it has clear skies above. This one has 14.168 million in the float and a short float on Friday of 53.97%. I would look for support of 126 and resistance of 131.60. Last one, we have CVNA with a support of 1763 and a resistance of 1848. And this has 11.33 million in the float. It did have short float volume on Friday of 39%. However, the last time it reported to the exchanges, it did have 80% overall of the float shorted. So definitely keep an eye out on that for a resistance of 1850 to be broken. It does have a nice W again to the chart, so it could very well just go ahead and shoot right on up. For the shorts for this week, I do have OSTK, overstock. As we saw, the cryptocurrencies did run up. We saw Mara go all the way up to, I believe it was 17 from $1.70. So, and then it came back down. So we've seen a lot of parabolic moves to the upside, and as a result, we've seen a lot of shorting happen on the downside. So I would look for a support level to be broken for a short of 42 and resistance for risk management of 43.04. We have DVAX as well with a support of 1803 and a resistance of 1880. Now this one does look like it could break down to 1515 support and then down to 1086. It does look like it's got some gap area there below it if it does break that 18 support level. RRGB, Red Robin Restaurants, with a support of 48.79 and a resistance of 49.15. This one does look like it's going to be a gap down continuation. It had a major gap down with earnings, then it bounced up a little bit, and it does look like it's curling on down and could go down to test a new 52-week low. We have PDFS with a support of 1687 and a resistance of 1702. It does look like this one has had sort of, it gaps up, holds it there for a couple days, and drops back down. So we saw that on earnings, it dropped down, came up, it gapped up, it's been up there, it's curling back down, and it looks like it go back down and test the lows as well. With Urban, URBN, with Urban Outfitters, this was an earnings winner, and it did run up for a couple days, and now it looks like it's curling over and could curl back down. After the Black Friday rush has been over, we saw a lot of the retail sector go up for a couple days with the Black Friday sales and sales from the holidays, and now it looks like in general, the overall retail sector is pulling back just a little bit. So definitely check that out for a support of 30.91 and a resistance of 31.70. As always, guys, Carpe Profit, seize those profits one at a time. If you want to receive an update whenever my videos come out live, definitely subscribe and like. And if you guys have any questions, shoot me a question on the video or on my email, carpeprofit@gmail.com. Definitely keep your eyes peeled for the seminar coming up. And if you know anyone that wants to get into trading, definitely buy them a copy of my book. And I'm going to do a special that for anybody that buys my book during the month of December, if you buy it through Amazon, put a note of who you'd like it inscribed to. I'll be happy to sign it to whoever you want as a gift. So guys, please go ahead, help your friends, your family, your loved ones get out of a job they hate.